Gita 2025. Lesson 2, 24 December 2024, Chapter 1. Okay, this is what the students in the class submitted for lesson 2, right? And I haven't submitted lesson 1 nor 2 nor 3. Okay, so thank you for your good wishes. My back operation was a partial success. I have to be careful for another month, but I am able to I'm walking a dog. I am able to do gentle exercises like moderating the class. Thank everyone for such rich responses. It's been a joy working through them. They are all worth reading if you have the time. Truth is like a diamond having many facets. I spread ideas through the text in hopes you'll come across them. We will learn from all of us. So here are a few ideas of a general nature, applying to all of your responses. Choosing unilaterally between good and evil, or right and wrong, seems simple enough at first, yet it does not fully accord with the unity vision taught by the Bhagavad Gita. Lesson 3 will bring this home. For now, the stage is set. We end the lesson with Arjuna resolved to examine both sides of the battle. Interesting, both sides. Well, I've looked at clouds from both sides now, and still somehow it's clouds illusions, I recall. I really don't know clouds at all. Interesting words by Joni Mitchell. You can just hear her singing when I say those words. Let's see. Listen to it. For now, the stage is set. We end the lesson with Arjuna resolved to examine both sides of the battle, which is the very first step. First step in bringing non-dual wisdom into play. Non-dual wisdom into play. So we examine both sides, and then what happens? By examining both sides, we bring non-dual wisdom into play. Okay, so he's saying that whenever we have to make a decision about something involving two sides, two opposites, two conflicts, two competing points of view, two points of view that require decision making. Or there are two teams in a battlefield, and so one of them is a proponent of one view, and the other is a proponent of the other view. So this happens in many areas of life. It could happen when one is lost in a neighborhood, and let's say one doesn't have GPS and one doesn't have the sun is not clearly in the east or in the west. Somehow one took the wrong way and has been going around in circles, and one has forgotten how one got there, and one gets to the fork in the road, or maybe it's a crossing, or just the road ends and it feeds into another road where you only have two options, right or left. Hasn't that happened to you before? I think it's happened to me often, even while having the navigator on. Maybe one doesn't have time to bring it up. There's a bit of an urgency to decide which way to go, and you have very little information available that would hint at which way to go depending on your destination. So there you are. What are you going to do? Now, I guess you could flip a coin. There's also a book about ways of thinking. It's called Thinking Fast, Thinking Slow. Something like that. So thinking fast involves wait a minute. Oh, look at this.
Shaky.
I'm going to let's see. I have to wait a minute. Give me about a minute. Maybe I could put the video on hold. Let's see. All right, we're back. So, yes, I was thinking of the book Thinking Fast, Thinking Slow by Daniel Kahneman. Where you have a System 1, where you imagine that you have a System 1 programming or functioning of the mind or brain or body, whereby you make decisions in a fast way, perhaps using your quick reasonings, what's worked before, habits, instincts maybe. Sometimes it's very fast. You have to decide something very fast, otherwise you could get hurt. So you have to move so your body is in auto mode, and it saves you by not getting in the way of what's happening. And thinking slow is where you maybe deliberate and study and look things up and take your time and come to a conclusion that's as good as it's going to get. So that's system 2 thinking. So I guess we wish we could do more system 2 thinking, but sometimes we have to do system 1 thinking more than we want, more than we could, more than we would like to have to do. But that's the way it goes. And good luck. And yeah, wish yourself luck that you make the right decision. And I guess you've been pretty successful at System 1 thinking because you're still alive. But when you've gotten hurt, maybe your System 1 thinking was faulty. Maybe it could have been better. But don't take it too hard, or don't make it too personal that your System 1 thinking like there's something wrong with it. No, it's just the way it is. There's so many variables involved, so many situations. It's impossible to come up with a formula that will give you the best System 1 thinking. So, anyway, in the case of the Bhagavad Gita, let's see. In lesson 3 is the Bhagavad Gita will bring this home. So now, let's set the stage. Okay. In lesson 2, it was about, oh my goodness. Lesson 2, well, let's see if I can put this like this. No. It's kind of hard to keep it like this. I'm looking through the phone. Lesson 3 will bring this home. Well, let's read from the beginning of that paragraph. Where it says choosing. Choosing unilaterally between good and evil, or right and wrong, seems simple enough at first, yet it does not fully accord with the unitive vision taught by the Bhagavad Gita. For now, the stage is set. We end with the lesson. We end the lesson. No. 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 Okay. Okay, so So it's saying that when we're choosing, in other words, when we're making decisions unilaterally between good and evil, or right and wrong, it's simple. It seems simple enough at first, yet it does not fully accord with the unitive vision taught in the Bhagavad Gita. So lesson 3 will bring us home. For now, the stage is set. We end with the lesson. No, we end the lesson with our Arjuna resolved to examine both sides of the battle. I've looked at clouds on both sides now, but still somehow it's clouds, illusions. I really don't know clouds at all. So we're looking at the battlefield from both sides. So Arjuna is going to generate some empathy because he looks at the other side, the side that he's going to do battle against, do battle with. No, should it be against? Well, the opposite team. So the Arjuna is going to be empathizing and he's going to become depressed because he's going to realize that he's going to be killing his own brothers practically. Not really brothers, but cousins, but to him they're like brothers. So Arjuna resolved to examine both sides of the battle, which is the very first step in bringing non-dual wisdom into play. Right away, he sees the other side consists of exemplary people, just like his side. So he says, looks at the other side, and he remembers these people. Maybe he's able to remember them. Maybe he's got a list of the people that are on the other side. Maybe he uses deductive reasoning and inference to determine who's on the other side and who's on his side, and he determines, wow, these people on the other side are just as good people as on my side. And this battle is going to involve killing on both sides. This is horrible. I can't do this. This is horrible. War is. Right away, he sees the other side consists of exemplary people, just like his side. It calls into question all the simple answers he has been taught before. Spoiler alert, the Gita is not about deciding between right and wrong. It's using their intersecting conflict to expand consciousness, become all-inclusive. The ground for making distinctions in our actions has to be global, universal. We'll be going beyond being on the right side of war to transcending it entirely. The word transcending, transcendental, transcendent. For that matter, actual war is not the place to practice inaction or to tune out. So if you're in a war situation, you probably won't have time to meditate. Maybe this meditation that Arjuna was going through was actually done over a long period, maybe 6 months prior to the battle or something. He kind of brought it all up like a slideshow, like a catharsis? No, he relived it? No. he must have, yes, he must have been in the battlefield. He could get on his chariot with Krishna kind of guiding it at the reins, and he could go in front of both sides, and maybe there was a timeout, or maybe he did it all in a second, and that second is how, and out of that second is what happened in his mind. But it took 18 chapters of the Bhagavad Gita to explain what was happening in his mind. The conversation between his guru, Krishna, and himself. So it may have happened in a second, or maybe a few minutes, I don't know. But it had to be written out in a form that one could follow and understand, and it would lead to a non-dual perspective, a unitive perspective. Okay, he says, for that matter, actual war is not the place to practice inaction or to tune out. The Gita's advice is primarily for personal development and is not political. It's not political, except in the broadest sense. Here's an interesting article on the value of nonviolent activity for social transformation from an analytic perspective. I'll skip it for now. At this stage, some of you are holding to popular beliefs about the Gita, and that will not be much use. That will not be of much use in this course. Many of those beliefs directly contradict. Many of those beliefs that you have about the Gita directly contradict its teachings. I just perused a new version by an American that a friend of a friend is using to teach a course, and found it trivial and unaware of many of the most important threads. Too bad. My commentary is a distillation of powerful teachings of my predecessors, and understanding it will not come from simply reading the verses and taking guesses about what they mean. The Narayana Gurukula gurus brought tremendous erudition and full attention to bear for well over a century, and our course means to take full advantage of what they realized. They offer it freely. In most cases, I will not be able to repeat what is already written in the commentary in my personal comments. We will use the written text as a jumping off point, a basis for transformative sharing of relevant ideas. I'm pleased that many of you are already serious in exploring very valuable questions. After this lesson, I'll have more time to devote to the joys of sharing thoughts with you. Happy New Year. So, then another person chimed in. So you could say he's a student of the Gita in this class. and starting the Gita from the beginning, setting the stage. Oh, sorry, somebody's calling. Hang on.